Information today in the effort to legalize marijuana here in Ohio. The group Responsible Ohio joined with a labor union today for an announcement. And Local 12 News reporter Jeff Hirsch joins us to tell us what they had to say. Good afternoon, Jeff.
Good afternoon, John. Behind me, the office is for Responsible Ohio. That is the organization which is responsible for collecting about 700,000 petition signatures to get legalization of marijuana on the ballot. They have more than twice the number of signatures they need. They say there should be no problem in actually getting that certified. Now, the way the amendment would work in a constitutional amendment, I'll get to the union part in a second, but I got to explain this. The way the constitutional amendment would work is it would legalize 10 grow farms in the state of Ohio, 10 and only 10 marijuana growing farms around the state of Ohio, including several down in our part of Ohio. Those farms would be owned by investors who have put up about $20 million to finance this ballot campaign. So basically the people who are behind this campaign stand to make a lot of money if marijuana is legalized. But they also say the taxpayers will make a lot of money. They claim more than $500 million to be distributed among the various state governments by around 2020. So where do unions come in, or at least one union, United Food and Commercial Workers? Well, those unions, that union signed an agreement today with the growers in this area, and they'll do it statewide, that the growers would not oppose a unionization drive if the unions want to try to organize these farms. And the unions say, of course, this union says they definitely want to do it, and the claim is it would be about 300 jobs per farm at an average pay of $25 an hour.
Workers have been under attack in Ohio and across the country for years. Our union brothers and sisters are fighting against dangerous attacks on their freedom in other states. So it's a source of pride to see new businesses of this scale launching and taking important steps to protect its employees from the very beginning.
Now, assuming the signatures are verified and the marijuana legalization amendment goes on the ballot, there's also going to be apparently a competing amendment put on the ballot by the state legislature, which would prohibit the same type of monopolies that the marijuana legalization measure would allow. And depending on how you want to interpret it, if the anti-monopoly measure passes and the other one passes too, depending on how it shakes out, it could still be wiped out. The marijuana legalization could in effect be void even if it passes, depending on how the other measure does. A little confusing, but there's going to be two competing measures on the ballot. Live at the Office for Responsible Ohio, Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News. Back to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you so much for that. And be sure to follow this story on local12.com and on our newscast. And we'll have more today on Local 12 News at 5.